Hey, it's Gage and welcome to my stage. I'm here with Edward because I wanted to make a little vlog talking about how well and how not well he's been doing. As you just saw, he's still like really hyper, but he is a border collie, so that is to be expected. He is doing far better with walking. I would show you guys clips of me doing that, but I'd either have to get Ethan or my mom out there filming me with him because I'm not going out there with the camera while I walk him. He likes to randomly run, and I don't want to lose my camera. But so just take my word for it, he's getting a lot better on the whole walking, running thing. He's getting a lot better about the whole barking thing too. He's still doing the thing where he has to do one bark, like a warning bark, like stay away. And I'm kind of like, you don't have to bark. It's okay. We're fine. Unless all these people secretly have knives and want us dead, we're fine. Eddie. But other than that, he's actually been bonding a lot better with Ethan, even though he's still messing up with him, and it's actually very bothering me. But I'm gonna stop saying actually. It dawned on me. I think the problem with Ethan and Edward here is that Edward's jealous. I'm not entirely sure if that's the if that's the entire issue. No nipping, no nipping. But it seems like it could be. Because I know Edward here is a good boy, very well behaved, so sweet and so nice. Just look at him sitting here on camera. Mwah. Yeah, see, he's such a sweet puppy. He just needs to start learning more and behaving a lot better. I also need to get more strict with him because I have a habit of laughing at his hijinks and not punishing him. Or he doesn't feel like he's punished because I'm laughing, and he's he's seeing my body language and reading my face. And so he's like, oh, so this is okay, I'm not actually in trouble. But when in reality, it's all my fault. I need to actually be like, no. But other than that, Edward's being such a good boy. I love him to death. Not a single day do I regret having this dog. Yeah, he loves having his belly pet. He loves having his belly pet. Still working on all of his tricks. All of his tricks. He still knows how to shake and do high fives and sit and lay down. He still has a weird problem where he'll lay down when we say sit, and Ethan's pretty sure that's because Mom and I, when he was younger, would be okay with him laying down when we said sit, because we just wanted a command that would get him to go down. So that has led into a problem later where now I have to differentiate between sitting and laying down. Which, as you guys may or may not know, hand signals with vocal commands for your dog is a lot easier than just vocal commands. Because when you have hand signals and they remember those hand signals, they will continue to remember those hand signals to the point where sometimes you don't even need to use your voice to get them to do anything. Like for instance, sometimes when I'm walking Edward, I just have to point in a certain direction. Sometimes I do have to audibly make a noise like, hey, this way, because he is so bent on trying to sniff whatever that the direction I want him to go in doesn't matter anymore. The only other problem that I honestly find super annoying with him is when I initially take him out of the front door. I've been looking up different tricks and anything I can do, but so far nothing really. But what he does is he likes to bolt immediately as that door opens. And he knows that I have the leash. He knows I'm holding him. But every time he tries to bolt as if I'm also preempt to run. And I am not. I am preempt to walk out the door and then close the door and then maybe we run. No, Edward just wants to go. Just forget about the door, leave it open, the other humans got it, let's go. And so I've been trying to curb that kind of behavior. One of the things I have actually been doing, excuse me, I need to go grab his harness. His harness has a handle, and I actually highly recommend that if you have a larger dog like Edward here, especially if you have the muscle mass for it, he hit my tripod. I'm gonna have to move to be centered. To get a harness with a handle on the back so that when you take him outside, you don't have to sit there and wrap the leash around your hand and hold it there. Instead, you can hold him at the door while you open and close it. The only bad side is Edward likes to try to turn my wrist around, and that doesn't feel very good. He usually figures out that that's hurting Daddy and goes back the other way. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys his harness. He probably thinks he's gonna go out. Which, that's another thing I wanted to talk about, the, not really sacrifice that I've made, but more commitment I've made to owning a dog that a lot of people I think really need to reevaluate when you own a dog is you need to take them outside. They're an animal. They're not meant to just be inside all the time. Like, yeah, I know there's all those people who are like, oh yeah, my dog's fine inside. Yeah. Like, he still wants to go out, even just for a little bit. Like, they're a dog. When I take out my mom's dog or when I take Edward outside, like, I see their faces light up, they're sniffing everything. I honestly think that dogs communicate via scent, and so that's why they really like to sniff and then also pee. As you know, they're marking their territory, and that's, yeah, kind of a form of communication, like, this is mine. But I think it's further than that. I actually feel like they're kind of leaving each other messages. Like, for instance, Casper, my mother's dog, if you didn't know, he, for some reason, likes to sniff multiple bushes and then actually go back. And I like to think that it's actually because, like, different dogs actually all took a bush, and he's either A, looking for a bush that he likes from a certain scent, or he's looking for a certain bush without a scent. And that's why it comes to my another topic, where when I take my dogs out, I give them the time to sniff. I don't just walk and then walk back. I actually evaluate what they're looking at, what they're going towards, where they want to go. I mean, yes, do not let your dog control you, because it will start to think it is the alpha and it has that control over you, but you can let them guide you. For instance, Edward really likes to, as I mentioned, run randomly. And so whenever I see him picking up pace, I don't immediately start running with him, because that then tells Edward, hey, you can make me run whenever you want. Instead, what I do is, oh, Edward, do you want to run? We can run. And then I begin running, showing him that I am giving the command and the issue for the run. The only downside is he doesn't know how to stop yet, so he'll just keep going while I'm like a jet ski, like literally like, stop! Whoa! I slid on the wet grass in the mud. It wasn't fun. I didn't fall, but I stopped him. So yeah, that's the only thing I really need to get working on with him, is listening, really. But as you guys know, if you've been following my channel, Edward isn't the only animal that we have. We have many, and they're still at the house right now being taken care of by my brother, if you have not been aware of that. Griffin is also at the house being taken care of by my father, luckily enough. They're actually bonding, so Griffin has a little buddy, so that makes me very happy. All our birds are with our bird friend Nina. Jay, our cockatiel, actually grew a tail feather. It was kind of sad because I really wanted to be able to be there with Jay, but it's good enough to just know what's going on. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but Nina put our finch and our quail into the same enclosure, which it never dawned on me to do that. Apparently Ethan was thinking about that, but
told us to do it.
Oh, apparently Nina had told us to do it.
We just never did it.
But it never dawned on me to do that, and apparently, yeah, Bruce is not only taking care of Louise's eggs, which they're non-fertile, but they're actually bonding and sitting together. It's quite adorable. It makes me very happy. And they're going to be together from now on when we get them back. I feel like that's nearly everything I really wanted to mention in the vlog. Edward, come here. You want to send everyone off with me? Come on. Come on, let's say bye-bye. Let's say bye-bye. Let's say bye-bye to the audience. Say bye. Say bye, everyone. Ow. Oh, actually, before we go, that's the last thing I wanted to mention. Edward, as you can tell, is not a small dog. He is a lap dog, though. He has decided that he's a lap dog, and we've accepted this because we love him so much. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Edward, come here. Say goodbye with me. Again. Come say bye with me again. Say bye. Say bye. He look, he has his shirt. He wants to say bye. Come on. Come say bye. I said bye. Oh, I guess that's his way of saying bye.